Hi everyone again, and welcome to those who've just joined us. Thanks for joining us for our student experience session this afternoon. The session is going to be presented by Julie and Stephen, who are both part of the student experience team here at the Manchester College. Throughout the session, please feel free to use the Q&A box to the right of your screen and ask any questions that you may have. We'll do our best to answer them all at the end of the session. I'll now pass you over to Julie, who is one of our head of departments for student experience, to get the session started. Hi Julie. Oh, Julie, just on mute.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Couch to College, talking about student support and what we have on offer for you while you're at the college with us, talking about your wider journey as well and what you can access through enrichment and through My Voice. Okay, just like to introduce Stephen as well, our student mentor. He's going to come in and talk to you a little bit about other things in terms of support and what the mentor role is all about.
Thank you, Julie. Yeah, hi guys, thanks for joining us this afternoon. My name's Stephen. I'm a student mentor. I work at our Welcome Street campus, which is a Manchester School of Building where the construction students are based. We're going to be running a little quiz, just for a bit of fun and participation, just based on the presentation today. So I just want you to keep your ears and eyes peeled, because at the end of the presentation, I'm going to be asking you 5 questions based on today's presentation, and we'll be asking you to email your answers in, and we will pick somebody from all the people who sent the correct answers in, and one lucky winner will win a £20 voucher. So it's well worth grabbing a pen and paper and jotting down some answers at the end of the presentation. Thank you. I'll pass you back to Julie.
So go on to the next slide. We're just going to be talking about a little bit of what's on offer in terms of our support team. The support teams are the same on every campus, and we have a vast array of support that you can offer, that you can access. So first of all, we've got our student experience support practitioners. They're the people that you go to in terms of safeguarding. They will help you with emotional support, get the right support through external agencies. They'll organise enrichment events for you, and they'll just be the person that's there on campus if you need a chat or you just need an ear to, talk about something that's happened, and they're there 24/7 on campus. We also have our mentors like Stephen. Stephen obviously is there, again, a friendly chat and help and advice, but also the mentors provide study sessions where they're particular to what you need to do in terms of your course. So that might be research skills, or it might be looking at referencing skills or looking at writing skills. So your mentors are there to help you with your progression throughout your course, and also to make sure that you're on track. It's really important that you know where your grades are at, what you need to do if you need to improve your grades, and your mentors will support that process along with the achievement tutors. Now, the achievement tutors are the person that is in class with you, and they will sit with you and look at Markbook, look at where your starting point is, and tell you how you need to get to where you want to go. So that will be pushing you to do the best you can while you're at the Manchester College, because we don't want you to just achieve, we want you to achieve with merits and distinctions and go on and access higher education if that's the route that you want to take. In addition, they'll also deliver tutorial sessions around lots of different things that are going on in the UK. This might be discussions about how to stay safe in Manchester. It might be about preventing radicalisation, but also about lots of employability skills. So they'll be talking to you about what employers want to see from you in terms of your personal social development, which is a really key thing when you're looking for a job and employment. So they're there really to give you a rounded education. And in addition, also, they'll do one-to-one sessions with you where you'll sit down and they'll give you targets, and they'll set targets for you and be able to take them away and then clearly work independently at home with them. So the support team is there. It's a wraparound support from our safeguarding support practitioners, from our mentors to our achievement tutors. Go on to the next slide. This is an overview of our support team. On every campus you'll have the same structure. So the head of student support is myself, and I lead the team that is the safeguarding team and the mentor team. And under that we have a team leader. This one's called Liam. We work at the Open Shore campus, and you'll have a site duty officer as well. The site duty officer is there just to make sure that you are protected while you're on campus. If you've got any issues, you can go to him and he will help you to resolve them or point you in the right direction. In addition, then we'll have a team of achievement tutors within each curriculum area. So if you're going on a media course, you'll have a specific achievement tutor for media. You'll have a specific achievement tutor for health and social care. And again, you'll have mentors attached to those curriculum areas. So that's an overview of the support team that will be on every campus. We'll go to the next slide. So the HIVE, in addition to your time at the college, we also have something called the HIVE, and the HIVE is somewhere where you can go if you need that little bit of extra push in your study skills or in your personal social development skills as well. You'll get one-to-one tuition and you'll get group work, which will help you develop within your curriculum area. So this can be from anything from time management, health and well-being, feeling anxious, which is very normal when you come into college environment. It's very normal to feel anxious. Organisational skills, which we all need at times, and study skills. And the HIVE is somewhere that you can go and access those workshops, and you can work one-to-one or in a group of other students just to develop these skills. We also have lots of information in the HIVE around enrichment activities and our My Voice roles, which we'll talk to you about just a little bit further on. And those are things you can really get yourself involved in, and they look fantastic on your CV as well. So we'll just give you a bit of an overview of what's going on when you come to the HIVE through enrichment and My Voice in the next few slides. So if we go to the next slide. Within the college, we have something called the deal, and basically the deal is how we would expect to behave and how we expect our students to behave. So it's about behavioural competencies, but the reason the deal is really important is because it has everything that you need to develop your employability skills. So we're looking at what it is to be collaborative, what it is to be proactive and committed, responsible and ambitious, professional and respectful. And within each of these deal icons, we also give rewards to students that show that positive behaviour, and that's done through our deal portal, where you can be assigned postcards, and it's a great way to be recognised. And actually the deal is so important within our educational setting because it helps you to raise your personal social development, raise your awareness of your employability skills, and it's about expectations. So respectful, we expect every student to be respectful, inclusive and kind, and show appreciation. We're a very, very diverse college, and we celebrate that in everything we do. So it's about raising awareness about how diverse we are and how respect fits into that and your daily journey at the college. Again, being responsible, taking ownership, having a can-do attitude and leading by example. The deal really shows how you can push yourself through the different aspects of your college life. Being ambitious, we want you to be ambitious, and we want you to be determined and aimed high and be really proud of your achievements. So again, it's about pushing you out of your comfort zone as well. Again, being professional, well, at the college, we ask all students to wear an ID badge. It's part of our work ethic. All tutors wear them, all service staff wear them, and it's about getting ready for employability, but also our ID badge is a way of making sure that we are safe on campus, and it's what you'll use to swipe in through the main doors. It also gets you your food if you've got a bursary on your card, and it will also give you access to the printer in the library. So your ID card is a really important part of your college life. So it's about getting your college ready and thinking about that ID badge and how important it is for you. And you'll get your first ID badge when you enrol with us at the college in August. And then obviously being collaborative, and that's about sharing ideas and working together, you know, working together as a group in classrooms, but also outside of classrooms as well, and forging friendships with other groups. And looking how you can push yourself to be more collaborative within the student activities and student roles. Being proactive about solving problems and getting involved. And I think the other thing about being proactive is, you know, if you see something that you don't think is right or you're not happy with, it's reporting it and telling somebody that that's the case. Because at the Manchester College, we have absolutely zero tolerance with any type of bullying or behaviour, and you know, we want the behaviour to be positive on campus, so we expect students to model that behaviour and report any behaviour if you think it's not acceptable. And also just to be committed, and that's about you attending, trying to be on time, you know, working hard while you're here and getting the most out of your education. And again, hitting deadlines, utilising your mentors and your achievement tutors to help you do that. So we're expecting high things of you when you come to the college. Should we have the next slide? So what is the difference between college life and secondary school? Well, it's quite a big difference actually. The first one is your independence. You have so much more independence when you're at college. You know, students can come and go off campus as they please. You know, you've got more time, more independent time, but we require you to study within that time so that you can get everything that you need to get done for your next session. You have a timetable which will be shorter than what you've already done. I think at school you probably do Monday to Friday full time, where at the college it's mainly 2 days, 2.5 days, and it'll be a shorter programme. Obviously, being responsible for attendance and punctuality as well, it's really important that you own that punctuality and attendance and that you do try to attend on time. And being in more empowerment and more independent. Stephen, is there anything you think about college life that you want to say, the difference that you've seen while you've been at the college?
Yeah, I mean, it's things like the pastoral support that you mentioned earlier, Julie, you know, the wraparound support that we provide through a lot of different practitioners, whereas at school, somebody might be used to the start of a day, everything's kind of prepared for them with a form tutor or maybe an assembly, and it's adapting to the fact that you need to drive your own learning a lot outside of your actual guided learning sessions, which is a big culture shock to some of our students, and supporting them with that's part of what we do. Being able to use a library effectively is something that not everybody has necessarily got as a skill, because it's not something that you necessarily have to do at school, because your curriculum is placed in front of you at the start during the lesson by your teacher. So that's one of the reasons why we run the study skills sessions that Julie mentioned earlier, to just ensure that our students have got the skills, if they know how to study independently, and they've got the kind of motivation, enthusiasm, and the kind of attributes and qualities to do that. So that's a really, really big difference. And then the professionalism. It's a professional college, of course, but you know, it's a little bit more relaxing that you're moving on towards adult life and you call tutors by the first name, and that takes a little bit of getting used to for some of our students. It's not Mr. and Mrs. or Miss, it's Steve and Julie. And so yeah, that independence and that power is really, really good, and it's part of your personal development, but it also can be quite daunting the way to support with that.
I think the biggest thing when you do come to college is that sense of independence and freedom, and I think it's really important at the same time that you understand that, you know, that independence and freedom makes you like a mini adult, if you like, and it's just getting used to, you know, doing your study skills and doing what you have to do, but also having fun and enjoying it as well. Our student guide is there. You can see on our TMC website, the student guide has lots of information in about what it's like to start college, you know, the different things you can get involved in, the expectations, and it will list some of the differences between education in secondary school and further education. So please have a look at the TMC website and student guide for further information as well. Should we go to the next slide? So our study programme, so when you come to the college, a lot of students think they're just going to study a course, so they're going to do health and social care or catering, but actually you're here to do a programme of study, and the reason being is because we want to make sure that you end up with a full rounded qualification. So for example, your maths and English is also very important. Now, if you have a 5 in your GCSE and a 6, that's great. Wonderful, you've done exemplary and you don't have to study your maths and English any further. However, if you don't manage to get that target, then unfortunately you will have to do some maths and English with us, but it's a good thing because you'll have already got that knowledge, so we're just expanding on that knowledge. And what we want you to do is to reach to a level 2 qualification in maths, and that's called a functional skills. So it might be that if you don't have your maths and English GCSE, you'll have to enrol on a maths or English level 1 or level 2 functional skill. But the great thing about that is once you've done your time with us and you've passed those qualifications, you'll be ready to fly on to university or to a job, because most jobs of employment and universities have to have a level 2 qualification in maths and English. So, and we have a great maths and English team that will support you right through your journey, make sure that you achieve with those, because maths and English can be quite difficult sometimes, and obviously, you know, you need that support. If you've struggled at school, then we can give it you here at the college. Also, you'll do an employability hour, and it's really important now because the government want you to do quite a bit of work experience, and that's so that you can get out in the world of work and actually see what it's like in employment, because sometimes you might have a job in mind and you get out there and it's actually not what you thought it was going to be like. So it's about you experiencing the world of work and being in the workplace and picking up those work behaviours, because actually that's what you're going to be doing when you're leaving us. You'll be going to employment or for a higher education. So you'll be doing some citizenship in there. You'll be looking at what employability skills are, and you'll be doing some work experience and hopefully do some volunteering as well. And we've got lots of volunteering opportunities within the college that you can do that link to your curriculum area or enrichment, and we'll talk about those just in the next couple of slides. In addition, you'll do enrichment as well, and enrichment is really important for you to get to know people, have a voice within the college, get involved, and we've got lots of activities under the enrichment tab that you can do, competitions and trips, and it gives you a rounded experience of what it's like to be at college. So we're looking at your core qualification, either English and maths. Your support is everything we've just spoken about with your achievement tutors and your mentors, your employability hour, which you'll have within your classroom, and then you'll have some enrichment time as well. So when you come to us, it's going to be a rounded qualification that you'll do, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Towards the next slide. So a little bit more about enrichment. We really want to push our enrichment programme because we're really proud of it. We've got a very diverse enrichment programme, and some of the things that we do is we have key themed events. So these will be themed events around celebrating culture. We do something on Fit for Fun, where we'll have inflatables and talk about healthy eating and how to stay fit. We have lots of fundraising and campaigns that we do. We like to do Jeans for Jeans, Macmillan, and lots of other charity events. And then we have our volunteering, which we have through our employers, and we also have through our learner voice roles as well. We do a lot of clubs and societies. We've got clubs and societies from chess clubs to gaming clubs to young carers clubs as well. So it's about reaching out to other people across the campuses that have the same interests as you and accessing those groups. We do guest speakers that come in and talk to you about a wide variety of different things. Some of it might be around employability, other things might be around raising awareness on things that you actually didn't know what they meant. And this could be anything from looking at our LGBT community to looking at Black Lives Matter, or just basically looking at what your employability pathway might be. The workshops are great. We have first aid, deaf awareness, we'll do craft workshops, or actually if you want to set a workshop up, then we love for students to lead on things as well. We also run the Duke of Edinburgh, which we're going to talk about in the next slide, and you'll have a lot of trips and visits within your curriculum area, and that might be going somewhere that is relevant to you in terms of Media City if you're on a media course, or going to the V&A in London if you're doing art and design. So enrichment's about you making your time with us count and getting involved in something that's quite new and making new friends as well. So we have enrichment online at the minute due to the COVID currently, which we will still delivering, and also we have face-to-face enrichment. So you'll see that there's lots of activities, and when you do enrol with us, you'll have a full enrichment programme where you can access and look, you'll follow the link and book onto your enrichment activity of your choice. Okay, so we'll go to the next slide. Enrichment, yes, we've got a few students here now, so you can listen to them and they'll tell you just about what's happening with enrichment at the TMC.
Hi, I'm Julie Stedman and I'm part of the student experience team. and we're responsible for the delivery of enrichment across the wider college. Enrichment is part of your programme of study. It's a really good way to gain new knowledge and skills. In addition, enrichment helps you to flourish, not just personally, but academically. It helps you to gain the skills to become work ready. So what does enrichment look like at the Manchester College? Well, here are some of our learners and staff to tell you a little bit more about it.
Hi, my name is Des Wilson. I'm a student experience support worker here at the Manchester College, and I belong to the student experience team. I'm here to talk to you today about the enrichment programme and the offer that we've got for you to get engaged with here at the college to help you develop to the best of your ability. We have various programmes that are on offer. There's a lot of enrichment activities that go on. For example, we have lots of clubs, societies and groups that you can get involved in within different curriculum areas. We also have a gym here based at Openshaw, which has got scheduled opening times, and you're very welcome to use that. If you do want to find out a little bit about this, you can come to the student experience team at any time, and we're very happy to help you with that. We also have various programs involved, such as programs aimed at promoting and maintaining your positive mental health and well-being. So these activities include meditation, yoga, Pilates. We have guest speakers that come in occasionally, and also there's an opportunity for you to be a part of our team as well and get involved in activities and become an enrichment ambassador. I do hope that you do get involved in lots of activities here at the college. It's a brilliant place to be. We're a great team, we're very friendly, and I'm sure you'll have a lovely time.
Hi, I'm Hannah Cray and I study at the Sheena Simon campus. At my time at the Manchester College, I've been involved in many different groups, one of which is the LGBT plus group. We have done many different events, one being the Hate Crime Awareness Week. As a group, we meet once a week and we talk about problems we may face and we share stories with one another. So having the LGBT plus group has given me a lot of confidence. I now have many other young people, students that have now become my friends, and I'm now finding out who I am.
Hi, my name is Akosia Poku. I've been studying at Openshaw campus for almost 2 years. I'm currently studying Health and Social Care Level 3, and I'm one of the student ambassadors at the Manchester College. With the support of the Students Experience team, I met Teresa, who motivated me to improve my confidence by applying for the Student Ambassador position. This has really helped me gain confidence, good communication skills, and employability skills. The college has been really helpful through my first year journey, and even now I've done things I've never thought I could. I met incredible people. The Students Experience team has done excellent in supporting and motivating all students. Being an ambassador has really helped me.
My name is Ethan Fulton and I'm studying Level 3 Carpentry and Joinery at the Manchester College. I am here to talk about the benefits of enrichment at the Manchester College. Throughout the last year of my course, we entered an entrepreneur competition with the help of our amazing tutor. Out of all the brilliant ideas that groups from other campuses have created, we came first and won £400 to go towards a trip. So we all decided to go to Alton Towers. We learned many skills like teamworking, employability and character building that hopefully we can apply into the real world. Thank you, Manchester College. Be challenged. So be involved this year. We have sustainability, EDI and entrepreneur competitions. Good luck.
I'm Matthew. I'm currently studying at Openshaw campus for the Manchester College, and I'm currently on the course of Level 3 BTEC Digital Technologies. I'm also a part of the Student Council. I was standing head for the academic year 2016 to 2017. Most of our roles are talking to students and seeing what they think should be improved around the college, such as changing addition, the cafeteria, or improving our ICT systems, such as internet or maybe just newer computers. An example of something that's on the enrichment programme is the fact that we have guest speakers which will come in and raise awareness about different topics. These topics can range anywhere from disabilities for mental or physical capabilities to the world of business and employability. Some of the benefits of being involved, probably, well, you get a jacket if you join Student Council. That's one of the better things, and they're pretty decent quality. And for the different clubs, you get to meet different people, you get to make friends that you might not have met before.
My name is Jason Francis, and I'm currently in the Manchester Northern College. The college offers lots of different workshops you can become involved in. I took part in a cycle maintenance course and cycle proficiency. I learned to cycle safely on the road and gained a certificate. At the end, I was given a bike and it was very great. After the course, I felt more confident that I could ride the bike anywhere.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I study IET Level 2 and I'm known as an enrichment champion. As an enrichment champion, you get to provide the school or the college with what they need and to make the college a better place. And we create like football activities, basketball, music competition, talent show basically, so that all the students can be happy. We also have a group in which we provide our skills together. And I think with this, you can bring out your skills and your talent and also be respectful to others as well, because I think that's the most important thing we have to do. And at the end, we have celebration meal when we all come together as one to celebrate the day together.
Okay, so it was great to hear from some of our students there and see some friendly faces from last year as well. So we talked a little bit about the Duke of Edinburgh. This year we're trying something new with the Duke of Edinburgh. Obviously, during lockdown it's been a bit difficult, but what we're trying to do this year is get students to sign up. So the Duke of Edinburgh obviously is a recognised qualification. Employers really are weighted with it, and a lot of employers like to see it on CVs. If you're not sure what the Duke of Edinburgh is, it ranges from bronze, silver to gold awards, and within each award you'll do 3 things. You'll do a volunteering, a skill, and then you'll do a physical activity, and you do those approximately for about 3 months, possibly about an hour a week, 45 minutes a week. But if you sign up with the Duke of Edinburgh now, because of lockdown and some of the restrictions, the college are saying that if you want to start your journey on the DAV now with us, you can register, and you can register through my name, Jay Stedman. Just send me an email saying I'm interested in the DAV, and what I'll do is I'll give you a call back. We'll talk about what you need to do to try and start your virtual logbook, which is basically just recording photographs and videos. And then when you come and enrol with us in September, we'll give your Duke of Edinburgh registration free of charge. Okay, so that's a fantastic deal. And like I said, the next few months while you're at home, chilling out, you can be doing little things within your volunteering. And it can be anything from volunteering with a young sibling, helping them doing homework, doing some physical activity by cycling or walking the dog, learning new skills like learning to cook or being out in the garden. So this is the best time for you to start your Duke of Edinburgh. And like I said, it's a really recognised qualification. So that's my email address there, jstedman@tmc.ac.uk. If you think that you'd be interested in starting that DAV journey with us over the summer, then obviously give me an email and I'll pick the phone up and give you a quick call and we'll sort that out. So yeah, sign up for your Duke of Edinburgh award. It's a fantastic award, and I'm sure that it'll be really beneficial by the time you've finished plus your qualification. Should we go to the next slide? We talked about ambassador roles before, and we saw a few of our enrichment champions in that video. Our ambassador roles and our enrichment champions and our mentors and our reps all come under My Voice. And My Voice is a way for you as students to get across some of the things that you want to say, because you are the most important people on campus and you're the people that we facilitate. So we want to hear your views and we want you to tell us what you think. And obviously we want you to change the way education is as well. So we have lots of different activities that you can get involved in. The first one is to become an enrichment champion or student ambassador, and we've put there to help create a positive change, and that's because you support the enrichment programme, you ask students what they want to have on enrichment, you put that forward, you know, you support with open events for us, you support with some of our wider events across the campus. You're a really integral part of our open day and our open evenings, because basically when people want to come on campus to hear about the college, they don't really want to speak to tutors, they want to talk to students. So you know, the learner voice is really, really important, and my voice is part of that. So in terms of when you come to the college, you'll be given an opportunity to apply for some of these roles through our website, and obviously the application comes through, and then, you know, you can start your journey with us by being an ambassador or enrichment champion. The other things we have is our study reps, and they're really important because they're people who sit within the class and feedback what the other students are saying about the classroom activities. So you're the voice of that classroom, and it's a really important role because it might be that you want to change something, or something's not quite right, or something's not, you know, the way you want it. And it's a great way to come back and feedback to your tutor group about, you know, what it is you want to see in those classrooms, and it gives you a platform then to put some actions in place. We also have a student campus council, which is huge. That's right across the Manchester College. We have a main campus representative, and then we have council officers on each site, and they basically look at how the student council is run. They'll do activities, they'll do groups, they'll put on activities in terms of seminars and workshops for you, and it's a really great way to get your CV up and running with the student council. So we've got lots of different roles within our students union that you can get involved in, and I think there's a link there as well if you want to have a look at how that works, the su@tmc.ac.uk. Should we go to the next slide?
Okay, Julie, I'm just going to go through the quiz, if that's okay.
Oh yes, that's great. Yeah, quiz time.
Thank you. So 5 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your piece of paper, guys. And I'll tell you, I'm going to read each of the questions out twice, and I'll tell you at the end where to send your answers to. Okay, so question 1, Manchester College offers a centralised support hub where you can thrive. What is its name? Question 1, the Manchester College offers a centralised support hub where you can thrive. What is its name? Okay, question 2. All Manchester College staff and students follow a set of standards and behaviours during day-to-day college life. What is this agreement called? Question 2. All Manchester College staff and students follow a set of standards and behaviours during day-to-day college life. What is this agreement called? Question 3. College staff hold a number of different job roles within the student support team. Name one job role. And I'll give you a clue. I'll give you the initials of each of the different job roles, and all you need to do is name one. And I'm one of them, and Julie's one of them. So there's HOSS, SDO, SESP, AT, or SM. So I'll read those initials again for the different job roles. HOSS, SDO, SESP, AT and SM. So you just need to write down the full job role for one of those roles to get that one correct. Okay, question 4. On what date does the autumn term begin this year? And you'll need to visit the student guide to get the answer to that one. And I'll just give the address for that again. So it's www.tmc.ac.uk/student-guide. I'll read that address out again. www.tmc.ac.uk/student-guide. So we want to know the start date of term time coming up for the autumn term. And the final question, Manchester College students can participate in a nationally recognised award programme. After which senior member of the royal family is it named? Manchester College students can participate in a nationally recognised award programme. After which senior member of the royal family is it named? Okay, once you've got your answers ready, if you could please email them to Julie. It's jstedman@tmc.ac.uk, no later than Sunday, please. And we will draw out the winner next week, and we will contact you no later than Friday next week. And the lucky winner will get a £20 voucher, so well worth your time. If you did miss any of those questions, Amy's going to pop them in the Q&A chat box as well. And also all the questions will go out in a follow-up email we'll send you after today's presentation. I'll just pass over to Amy now to see if we've got any questions from you guys.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Julie. That was brilliant. Yeah, we've had some questions through in the chat box. So I'll start with the first one, which is about enrichment. So somebody said, do I have to pay for any of the enrichment?
Okay, so most of the enrichment is free. The only ones you'll have to pay for is sometimes within your curriculum areas. So, for example, if they decide to go somewhere to Liverpool to see, I don't know, one of the museums, there might be a cost there, but it's always subsidised. But the main campus enrichment activities, which are our events that we put on, they're all free. Yeah, no, you don't have to pay for those.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Julie. And then somebody said, how will enrichment work with COVID-19?
So, good question. So there's a lot of enrichment that is going to be done face to face like this to start off with, but then hopefully when you do come in campus, because you will be coming on campus for some of your lessons, we'll have you in what you call bubbles, learning bubbles. So when you do come in, you'll be in your learning bubbles, and we'll be working our enrichment around those learning bubbles. So that might be being active and doing some sports, or having a guest speaker in, or doing something within that bubble that you suggest. But just for the start, we'll have two areas for enrichment. We'll have online, and we'll do it like a blended approach where you'll have some face-to-face as well.
That's brilliant, thank you. Somebody's asked about the how to become a student ambassador. So how do you become a student ambassador, and how long would you be a student ambassador for?
So when you first enrol with us, you'll get your student login, and you'll go into something which is called the Hub. And on the Hub there, you'll have a tile which says My Voice, and in there are all the different student roles. Have a little read through, have a look, and then there'll be an application form. You click in and you apply and send that application form. That goes to the head of student support on each campus, and then you'll have like a mini interview. I mean, most people that apply to student roles get student roles because we want everybody to have that experience, and you'll do that throughout the whole of the academic year, right to the end when we have a celebratory event where we sort of celebrate our successes, and we'll go out as a group of people. So it's a great family, and it's a great way to get involved in student activities as well.
That's brilliant, thank you. Somebody's asked a couple of questions actually about the achievement tutor. So somebody said, will achievement tutors help me to apply to university, and does everybody get an achievement tutor?
Yes, they do. So they do help you with your personal statement, which is always a tricky one to do, always a bit tense when you're doing your personal statement, and they'll also help you to upload that onto the website, and they'll look at the best fit for you as well. But in addition to that, you'll also have a one-to-one with our employability team, careers and welfare, on what you want to get out of your university, which is the best university for you. You know, we're thinking about locations, thinking about the cost of living. So there's a lot to think about when you choose your university, and it's about arranging those visits. They'll help you to arrange visits, because it's great if you can get out and see those universities and actually get a feel for which one you want to go to. So you'll have lots of people supporting you with that process. You'll have your tutors, your careers and welfare team, but your achievement tutor will be bringing it all together, and they'll be sitting down with you at the final one-to-one where they'll help you decide where you want to go, how to apply, and help you to get the grades that you need to get in that university. And everybody has an achievement tutor.
That's lovely, thank you. And sorry, another question about student ambassador. Somebody says, is being a student ambassador extracurricular on your CV?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. When you're a student ambassador, it's great on your CV. It's an extracurricular activity. It also can pass as your volunteering. If you want to do your Duke of Edinburgh and you enrol in a student ambassador programme, you can also use that as your volunteering part. We have nearly all our ambassadors we encourage to join to our Duke of Edinburgh programme, and I think this year actually what we're saying is if you are an ambassador, we will be giving you your registration free on the Duke of Edinburgh. So it's great if you can do both. That's fantastic. It's a double win for you.
Brilliant, thank you. And just for those people who've missed we had a Duke of Edinburgh session on Wednesday, so you can go on to our Couch to College YouTube channel, and you can actually watch the session back again there, which gives you all the information about Duke of Edinburgh. There's a couple of questions about sort of what the college is going to look like in relation to COVID, and so what is the college going to do to make campuses safe in relation to COVID-19?
Okay, so what you'll have when you start, you'll obviously enrol, which you'll be doing online. Some of you might do face-to-face enrolment depending on circumstance. Once you've enrolled, then you'll get your timetable through, and it will be what we call blended learning. So for example, you might have 2.5 days, say you're working, you're doing a health and social care course, have 2.5 days, and you might be asked to come in for a day and a half face-to-face, but the other day will be online learning, which will be a bit like this, where you'll log into Teams and you'll have an online learning session. Before you do that, we will be teaching everybody that enrolls with us how to operate that online system, how to log into Teams, how to log into Skype, what that looks like for you. So we don't just expect you to rock up and go, all right, I'll join this Teams session and I'll do my online learning. We're making sure that you understand how to access that technology and how to interact with it. And it is, once you get to know how to do it, it's quite simple. And a lot of people are actually quite liking the online system because they feel like they're getting a lot more done when they're working independently. So it's called a blended learning approach. Now, when you do come in, there will only be so many students allowed in each classroom. So, for example, the maximum is probably 10 and the minimum will be 6. And those are those learning bubbles that I just talked about. So you'll stay in those learning bubbles and you'll have the 2-metre distance in between each desk. You can only come on campus if you're on the list. So if your name's not on the list, you can't get on campus. So nobody can just walk in campus. You have to be assigned to that classroom on that day. And then that's how we're going to monitor the flow through the building. There'll be hand sanitizers everywhere. The screens are up for reception. It'll be pretty much like you've had life when you go to the supermarket or you've been out and about. And there'll be real clear signs on how to stay safe while you're on campus in terms of what it's going to look like for the refectory, what it's going to look like for you when you're leaving, what you have to do before you leave site. You've got to sign out. And obviously, if there's any concerns of any sort, the support team are there to ensure you don't have any anxieties. It's been really thought through. So.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Julie. Somebody brings on to another question. Someone said, what will happen in September? Will we have video meetings like this one or going into college? But I know you've just answered that, so which is great. Somebody's asked about study skills. They said, do we have to book onto the study skills?
So in some aspects, students get referred to study skills because obviously sometimes they're struggling. So it might be that it's a mandatory thing that the tutor would like them to do. But obviously, the study skills are there for everybody to access. So you speak to your achievement tutor, who's like your personal tutor, and they will book you on a study skills session. Now, if there isn't a study skills session, we talked about the HIVE before, Thrive at the HIVE. The HIVE is somewhere where you can look and see what sessions are available and book yourself on. So there's 2 different strands. You've got your study sessions through your achievement tutor, and then also you've got the ones that are on offer from the HIVE as well. And in addition to that, your library staff will give you one-to-one study sessions whenever you want. So they're there to support you. We have a whole backlog of videos, online videos for study sessions, but you can book in with a library assistant and they'll sit there with you and they'll give you the resources that you need to book onto those study sessions and to do some of the tasks on there. So there's lots of ways of accessing study sessions within the college.
That's brilliant, thank you. Somebody's asked a question about, do I have to do English and maths?
So if you don't get your GCSE English and maths, which is it's 5 and above, so you need to get a 5, which is your GCSE, which is the C grade, isn't it? Hopefully you will do that, but I didn't get my, well, it was O level then, so, but I didn't get that when I was at college, and 3 years ago, I had to do my level 2 maths because my brain just doesn't cope with maths. But it's not a problem because actually, if that happens, then you do your maths and English, but you're in a very supported environment at college, and you've got a lot of people that will help you down that journey. And I think it's really important actually for you to get your maths and English before you leave college, and it's a positive thing because it's something employers want to see on your CV, and there's no getting away from that. So unfortunately, if you haven't got a 5 and above, you will have to do a maths and English, but it's great that you've got the opportunity to do it at college, to get it out of the way, get it on your CV and have no issues with it in the future then.
That's great, thank you. And somebody said, I have anxiety. Will there be any support for my mental health?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know, it's a different environment, isn't it? Not only are you coming to secondary to FE college, but you've also had to deal with COVID, so there'll be lots of support for that. The whole student experience support practitioners, which is the team under myself, are really skilled in one-to-ones, in supporting anxiety, into giving you techniques. Your tutors are very understanding. We have a real strong relationship with tutors, and it might be that there's certain things that trigger your anxiety, which will be discussed privately with your tutor, and we can put some strategic things in place, and that might be just on the odd time when you do feeling anxious. Maybe you just need to excuse yourself from the classroom for 5 and 10 minutes and go for a walk. Anything like that can be embedded into, you know, the discussion between your student experience practitioner and your tutor. And there's also lots and lots of support that we do in terms of workshops and external support if need be to support you with that anxiety. It's very, very common anxiety.
That's brilliant, thank you, Julie. Somebody said about, can I join the college football team?
Yes, we have a college football team, which is like a cross-college team. They train at the Nichols campus because that's the specific one with the sports hall. So I think they have trials at the start, and you go and you'll join in, and then they'll have a schedule of dates which you need to attend to play against other. I think there's a little league that they're playing. So yeah, the college football team's not a problem. When you come in, ask your achievement tutor, and we'll get you signposted to the first day of that league.
That's brilliant, thank you. Somebody's asked about wearing a mask. Obviously, the new laws have come in today about wearing a mask sort of when you go to the shops. Do we know whether or not it'll be mandatory for people to wear a mask in college?
No, it's not mandatory for people to wear masks in college. You can wear a mask if you feel the need to and you want to, but we'll have the screens up at reception and we're abiding by the 2 metre rule. So unless the government changes that advice, obviously, then currently we're not expecting students or staff to wear masks. But like I said, the risk assessment is really strict about how many people are coming on campus at one point. There'll be different starts and end dates to classes so people don't clash in corridors, different dinner time starts. So it's all been really thought through.
That's lovely, thank you. And then just one final question. Somebody said, where do I find the student experience team on campus?
So we're always in the main areas. The team are very lively, and a lot of them wear polo tops with student experience on, but you'll always find them when you walk through that door on your first day. They'll be the team that are stood on, we call it the concourse or the entrance, meeting and greeting you. That's the team. So they'll be there every morning, meet and greet. That's the first thing they do. So the minute you walk through the door, I'm sure you'll bump into one of them straight away. So they're always available.
That's lovely, thank you. And thank you to yourself, Julie, and to you, Steve, for the session today. And that concludes all the questions that we have today. Is there anything that you'd like to say to sort of finish up at all?
I just want to say good luck with everything, and I know that some of you have not got, you won't have your results yet till the 20th, but you know, you've done amazing. It's been a tough time for you all, and I really do hope that we'll see you in September and in August when we enrol.
That's lovely, thank you. And anybody who's missed any of our Couch to College sessions at all over the last 3 weeks, you can go onto our YouTube channel and you can access all of the sessions that we've had over the last 3 weeks. So thank you very much again, and we hope to see you in September.
Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.